The Cutting Edge Benefits Podcast with our host, Tom Quigley of Claim Links. All right, Tom, 2026. Can you believe it's almost here?
I'm around the corner.
Around the corner. Another year. All right. So our topic is the 2026 Employer Health Plan Reset. What smart companies are changing now? What specifically broke in traditional employer health plans that made 2026 a breaking point?
The rates are going up 20, 30, 40% on people routinely, and some of them want to do something about it.
And are you seeing that more than ever, especially with all these increases you saw on the personal side with the Affordable Care Act last couple of weeks? More and more, when they raise the rates everywhere.
I think that they're doing things that are still not logical. They're relying on commission salespeople, and the commission salespeople don't want to be carved out. So they don't show them the options they should be doing. So they're being shown traditional ways to do things that make zero sense.
Which plans are employers finally cutting, and why were they kept so long in the first place?
A lot of them are raising their deductibles, and some of them are going to these things they call individual coverage health reimbursement arrangements, which makes zero sense compared to what we do with the medical expense reimbursement plan, because it's a one-shoe-fits-all kind of mentality that they have, but they've always had that. But what do you expect? These are people who are afraid of losing their revenue stream, so they're doing desperate things, who are selling these products. Yeah.
And you're seeing a lot of companies losing revenue because of healthcare expenses, not expecting this such a huge increase.
Yeah, but the way they're buying it is the problem, because they're not set up to win. They're set up to lose every time.
What mistakes did employers make in 2024 and 2025 that are coming back to bite them at renewal time?
They didn't take advantage of the Affordable Care Act. They continued doing it the traditional way, and the insurance companies are for profit, and they allowed them to convince them to continue down the same path. So when you're going down the wrong path, you get further lost. That's what they did.
Yeah. How are smarter employers redesigning benefits before renewal instead of reacting to increases?
They're looking at the whole picture, allowing math to work and saying, wait a minute, we have to do things a little bit differently to help our bottom line and to help our employees. So what they're doing is different. The smart ones are looking at the puzzle and putting it together more efficiently and logically.
Very true. And they're figuring it out. What does a modern health plan actually look like in 2026 compared to a legacy plan?
They have routinely $5,000, $6,000 deductibles for people, $10,000 out of pockets, and they're supposed to be benefits for working for the company. Doesn't make any sense.
And how do you lay it out at Claim Links to make sure that this doesn't happen to them by going with you?
We create a zero deductible. Everything's a copay mentality for the employees, and the employer is buying a plan on the backdrop that is half the cost of what they've been paying the insurance carriers from the same insurance carriers. That's the funniest part.
Because you could change all the healthcare system if you were in Washington, D.C.
Of course, like overnight. I probably would need a lot of bodyguards with all the people I'd have to beat off. I can only handle so many.
That's why you need to hire me as your bodyguard.
I need a lot more than just you, Neil.
Oh, army.
You need an army. They're corrupt. You're dealing with thieves.
And a lot of decisions that are made to line deep pockets versus the common people.
Common people's problem is they get emotional and don't use logic when they're purchasing health insurance for whatever reason.
All right. So go to claimlinks.com. Schedule a call with Tom today. Appreciate it, Tom, and we'll talk soon.
I'm good.
That was a special simulcast of the Neil Haley Show on the Cutting Edge Benefits Podcast.